Hello students, yesterday we see the introduction of Francis turbine. So today we will derive the work done and efficiency of Francis turbine. So before that, this Francis turbine is installed in the Nagarjuna Sagar hydropower plant as well as Srisailam hydropower plant. And coming to the Pelton wheel, so this is the impulse turbine. So this impulse turbine is used in the India, that is Koina hydropower plant. So this power plant constructed on the Konya river, which is tributary river to the Krishna at Maharashtra. So this power plant is located Maharashtra. So let us draw the velocity diagrams of at inlet and outlet. So in this, the runner having two diameters, one is internal diameter and outer diameter. So internal with respect to center of shaft, this is the center of shaft. So the blades are located like this. So let us draw the velocity diagram. So water comes from the guide blade and impacts the runner blade at inlet tip and exit the water at outlet tip. So at inlet tip, the velocity diagram like this, and outlet VR2, V2. So this terminology already you know. So V1 equal to velocity of jet at inlet, VF1 flow velocity at inlet, VR1 relative velocity at inlet, VW1 velocity of whirl at inlet, and corresponding to V2, VR2, VF1, VF2, VW2 are same velocities at outlet. So coming to the angles, alpha, theta, pi, beta. So alpha, in the impulse turbine we take alpha is nozzle angle or jet angle. So this nozzle is located parallel to the turbine axis. So that's why alpha we have taken 0. So in this Francis there is no nozzle in the Francis turbine. So in the Francis there is a guide blade. So alpha is guide angle, theta blade angle, pi blade angle, beta outlet jet angle. So these terms are very important to solve the problem, and don't confuse terminology alpha, theta, pi, beta. Simple. Alpha, theta are corresponding to inlet, pi, beta corresponding to outlet. So alpha guide blade, theta blade angle, pi blade angle, beta exit water angle, exit jet angle. So now derive the work done and efficiency of Francis turbine. So we know that work done per second, basic formula mass per moment, that is equal to mass per second into Vtx minus V1x. So this derivation is seen in the third unit. So I directly write that formula to derive the work done. Rho Q VW1 U1 plus or minus VW2 U2. In the Pelton turbine, U1 equal to U2. That's why we common U terminology. So rho Q VW1 plus or minus VW2 into U. So in the Francis, U1 not equal to U2. Where VW1 is velocity of whirl at inlet, VW2 velocity of whirl at outlet, U1 tangential velocity or peripheral velocity or circumferential velocity. all terms are same. So tangential velocity of wheel is at inlet pi d1 n by 60, where d1 is outer diameter of runner. So this is the outer diameter of runner. So how to calculate outer diameter of runner? R2 equal to d2 by 2, half of the diameter gives radius of outer periphery. In the same way, u2 equal to pi d2 n by 60. d2 is the inner diameter of runner. So these values are given in the problem. Next we have to calculate work done per second per unit weight of water per second. So this is the ratio of work done, simply ratio of work done per second by weight of water striking per second. So rho q vw1 u1 plus or minus vw2 u2 by weight of water, that means weight equal to mg. So m equal to rho q, so rho q into g. By cancelling rho q and rho q, 1 by g vw1 u1 plus or minus vw2 u2 we obtain. Here we already see plus or minus. When do you use plus or minus? If the beta angle, exit jet angle beta is acute, that means beta less than 90 degrees, take positive, take plus sign. If beta obtuse, that means beta greater than 90 degrees, take negative. And one more thing, in the problem the question is given like this: if the water flow at inlet of blade is radial at inlet. So whenever see the radial in the problem terminology, that means we take 90 degrees. Here inlet, so flow of water at inlet is radial, so that's why we take inlet parameter, inlet angle, that is theta equal to 90 degrees. That means if the theta equal 90 degrees, this VR1 is overlap with VF1. Okay, అప్పుడు ట్రయాంగిల్ ఇలా వచ్చేస్తుంది, ఆల్ఫా టీటా ఉండదు. ఇక్కడ VR1 ఈక్వల్ టు VF1. VR1 side is VF1 side overlap with each other. And in the same way there is no this side, so there is no this distance. So that means here to here u1, సో ఇక్కడ ఈ సైడ్ లేదు కాబట్టి ఇది కాస్త ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేస్తుంది. సో దిస్ సైడ్ కంప్రెస్ టు దిస్ సైడ్ u1, that means vw1 equal to u1. That was written here. When theta equal to 90 degrees, that means flow of water at inlet is radial. We take theta equal to 90 degrees. When theta equal to 90 degrees, vw1 equal to u1. In the same way, exit discharge is radial. In the given problem, exit discharge is radial. We take beta equal to 90 degrees. So when this beta equal to 90 degrees, the triangle like this, so this V2 side is overlap with VF2. V2 equal to VF2, here pi, and this side VW2 equal to 0. This side will be 0, and V2 equal to VF2. So that's why I am writing here VW2 equal to 0 and V2 equal to VF2. So these are the condition when the exit discharge is radially. So if beta equal to 90, that means exit discharge radially, then the work done per second equal to, so when the exit discharge is equal to radially, that means beta equal to 0 degrees, so thereby VW2 term is 0. So that's so this VW2 term equal to 0 substituted in this equation, this total entire term is 0. So finally we obtain rho q VW1 U1. That was I am writing here. That is, this is the work done per second, unit weight of water striking per second, 1 by G VW1 U1. And here also VW2, if you substitute VW2 equal to 0, this term is 0. So we obtain 1 by G VW1 U1. Next, efficiency, hydraulic efficiency. That means output by input. Here the power developed by runner is the output, and input is power supplied by the water to the turbine is input. So power developed by runner means work done per second, rho q VW1 U1 plus or minus VW2 U2 by water supplied to the power, that means water power. WP water power equal to WQH, small WQH, water power. So that was writing here, water power WQH. So by cancelling, where W equal to rho G, so here rho Q cancel. So finally we obtained hydraulic efficiency VW1 U1 plus or minus VW2 U2 by GH. So this is the hydraulic efficiency formula, and work done per second formula is this was. So these both formulas used to calculate work done and efficiency of Francis turbine. So in the Pelton wheel we see the design parameters of Pelton wheel. In the same way, here we see the proportions, working proportions or parameters, design parameters you can see here. So same speed ratio U1 equal to pi root 2 GH. So this was formula is similar to Pelton wheel, where pi is the speed ratio, h is the net head. So but in the Pelton wheel pi ratio is 0.43 to 0.48, that was the range. But in the Francis turbine this pi range is 0.6 to 0.9. And second thing is flow ratio, VF1 equal to KF root 2 GH, where KF is the flow ratio. So this range is 0.15 to 0.30. So this value is also given in the problem. If otherwise you assume this KF flow ratio in between this range, either 0.15 or 0.3, or average of this both around 0.2. In some textbooks we can also this pi equal to KU. So whatever this is the constant, that's why whatever you see, you take the symbol, you mention that symbol name, that means pi equal to speed ratio. So don't bother about it. So next, third thing, ratio of width to diameter, n equal to b1 by d1, where b1 is the width of the blade at inlet, d is the diameter of wheel. So width of the blade means we already see the shape of blade like this. This is the top view. If you see the front view, if you see the side view, okay, so this is the thickness of blade, T. This is the thickness of blade. If you see the side view, gives width of the blade. So this n value range is 0.1 to 0.45. Next, discharge of turbine, Q. As you know, all this formula, Q equal to AV, area flow into velocity of flow. So here area flow means pi dB, pi d1 b1 vf1 equal to pi d2 b2 vf2. That means discharge at inlet and discharge at outlet, both are same. Am I right? So whatever giving the water at inlet, that should be equal to the outlet. So that's why Q equal to pi d1 b1 vf1 equal to pi d2 b2 vf2. And b1 and b2 are width of runner at inlet and outlet respectively. If you know clearly understanding the b1 b2 of blade, you see the diagrams just by typing in Google turbine runner, Francis turbine runner. So in that you see the shape of turbine, Francis turbine, and see also the terminology B1 T, thickness of blade, you can see clearly. If thickness of blade is considered, formula is discharge of formula Q equal to pi d1 minus z t1 b1 vf1. So where z is the number of blades, t is the thickness of blade at inlet. This is the formula. So in the problem there is no given t value, so we take this formula. In the problem they mention the t value, something about t value, so we consider this formula. Next, if there is no loss of energy when water flows through the blades, in practically there is a loss of energy in producing the power from the turbine. But if you consider no loss of energy, the total head is must and should equal to the work done per unit weight of water plus exit of kinetic energy. So this is the expression if the condition is considered no loss of energy. So total head H, so work done per second per unit weight of water, we see this formula 1 by G, and kinetic energy exit at exit. So whatever water having the kinetic energy at discharge position, that is V2 square by 2G. This is the formula. This is also very important formula to solve the problem. H equal to 1 by G VW1 U1 plus or minus VW2 U2 plus V2 square by 2G.